What's going on, y'all? I'm Cavell Anderson, and we're back with another VeVe and Ecomi video. In this one, we're going to be addressing a few topics, and it's very, very important. I think that this community has a lot of potential. It's always going to have a lot of potential because it does have a cultish following. But I feel like that same cult following is what's destroying it, because you can be, because honestly, I would see myself like, I'm not a cult following in the sense of how the majority of this community is. I'm diehard VeVe. I think VeVe is number one, and I think VeVe has potential, but I believe this, and this is why I call them out and want them to be better and want them to actually live up to the potential that they have. Not promise something for 2 years up until the point where you still ain't delivered it 2 years later, and now a bunch of competitors is popping up with your secret sauce. Your secret sauce has been IP. Now multiple competitors are popping up with IP, and then you even have a competitor that's popped up with IP and they can take it into their own metaverse. It's like your plans are getting realized by other, and then people are already running around in this metaverse. Now, granted, things are not built, and I'm gonna show you all what I'm talking about. I'm gonna show you all some of the footage, some of the clips throughout this video, but it's just some things that's unacceptable, and I see that VeVe are really, they're avoiding answering any critical questions. Like, you all sit here, you have these circle of moon boys that you surround yourselves by, and y'all sit here and don't answer any real questions. You don't have answers to these questions. That's the problem. You don't have answers to these questions. You all seem so sure. You all had a vision, but it seems like you realized you realized how hard it was to accomplish certain things, so you don't even say these things anymore. You don't even attempt to say these things, and then the community is not pushing back. The community is going to be on your side because you sit here, you have these influencers planted in the community that tries to down anyone who asks a logical question. The second that I start asking, yo, are you still going to go for Ready Player One? Is that still a thing? Is the OMI token going to be heavily integrated into the VeVeverse? The second I start asking questions like these, this is when these influencers start to come after me. Oh, quit, fail, this, that. Like, yo, what you need to understand is that I can see through the bullshit. Just like I saw the potential, just like I saw you all could get Marvel, just like I saw this, these manipulation tactics, these tacky marketing plays where you have people in the little inner circle that sit here and try to downplay everything us bigger influencers say. Listen, you all can hire as many of these clowns as you want. It's never going to be able to combat the truth. Like, why would you even attempt it? This is the reason when Quid was coming out here and they had that bullshit and the trash marketing team, their whole team could not take on VeVe. Their whole team could not take on me and my videos. Like, it does not matter because people are not stupid. You may be able to trick this community because they have so much trust and love for you, but that's only gonna go so far and last so long. You're gonna have to start delivering. You're gonna have to start delivering. The community is only going to be against me for right now until they continue, till the things that I say continue to happen. It's the same thing that happened before. We're reliving it, except for it's towards VeVe's downfall at this point in time. Like at first I was, yo, they're gonna have Disney, they're gonna have Spider-Man, they're gonna have this, they're gonna have that, and everything just kept happening. Those was the calls I was making before. Now everything negative, oh, it's gonna be more and more companies coming out with IP, and another one pops up. Oh, it's going to be more metaverses. Now one pops up with metaverses and IP. And obviously, it's not to the same quality as VeVe. It's not to the same quality, but it is a better quality than Sandbox. It is a better quality and better IP than Sandbox. And this is what I'm saying. No, we may not see a competitor just yet that looks like it can be a VeVe killer, but more and more are popping up. And for VeVe to be the sole and only presence in a space, and now there's other people with IP, there's other people who can take IP to metaverses. These things are interoperable now, and VeVe has been struggling to get interoperability. VeVe has been struggling to get their token on exchanges. Why did VeVe look like it had the most potential and everybody else is not struggling to do all the things VeVe is struggling to do? The moon boy in me wants to say, VeVe is the one who's been talking to these licensors. VeVe is the one opening all these doors for all these other projects, but VeVe can't even open these damn doors for themselves. Like, the moon boy in me wants to defend VeVe, and then the logic is just like, okay, why can't VeVe even get interoperability? It's like, why can't they get interoperability, yet these people got it? It's like, anyway, like, let's just jump into some of the footage. I want the best for VeVe. I want the best for this project. but you all can sit here and keep trying to play these games. You can't play games with people. This is people's money. This is people's livelihood. I know I sit here and talk in a way that people are going to hate me, but it doesn't matter. I'm not the one losing people their money. I'm not the one at all. I'm the one that was bullish about the project, but I continue to see a pattern of lies, a pattern of undisclosing important details, doing under the table deals, like paying your mind. Like literally, this community is hiring your freaking staff. You giving away collectibles and stuff like that to pay these mods. The community is the one paying them. Why won't you even pay your own people? You don't pay your own people. You don't look out for your own people. And then you're in the middle of a lawsuit right now because allegedly you don't pay your own people. It's like, do y'all know how to work a credit card, a bank account, anything? Like, do y'all know how to transfer funds somewhere? Like, it's a lot of, and how can you build a metaverse if you don't know how to do that? Like, it's crazy. And then you got people hanging on to everything that you all say, and you handle this irresponsibly. But anyway, let's dive into some of the stuff, some other the videos and stuff like this. Like, let me show y'all. All right, check it out.
Okay, did you find Disney was restrictive or overprotective with the IP?
And look at this. Oh, but this is another Quid Moonboy. K asked a perfectly reasonable question. Did you find Disney was quite restrictive or overprotective with the IP? And this is the thing. People are out here asking questions, but they get silenced by, you worked with Quid. That does not change the importance of this question. And this is a question the entire community should be asking. Because we're not just making assumptions about our investment. We're not just falling out of love with our investment. We want to understand. We want to know the truth and what's been lies. And the thing is, these other companies are just more transparent than VeVe. They talk about the things that matters. They don't duck questions like this. You think this question would have been freaking displayed on a VeVe stream? No. No.
Okay, did you find Disney was restrictive or overprotective with the IP, such as allowing interoperability, or were they happy with most of your creative suggestions?
I'll say this, Disney was a joy to work with, an absolute joy and pleasure to work with. And they have been just incredible partners in also understanding what Cryptoys is and the goal for the Cryptoys platform. And
the goal for the Cryptoys platform. So from what I'm seeing from this platform so far, you can actually buy a collectible and then people are actually running around in their metaverse with the collectible. Now, there's nothing to do, granted. There's nothing to do that I've seen. I only see people spawning their collectible into the metaverse and then just running around. There's really nothing in there, but that's more than you can do in the VeVeverse. This company just popped up. I just started hearing about this company and there's more to do in it than on VeVe. It's crazy. They're farther along in the metaverse than VeVe. And the thing that VeVe has actually accomplished, anyone with slight game development skills realizes that what's been accomplished and what's been shown and revealed from the VeVeverse is something that you can actually complete within a day. Like you can do that within like, okay, let me be fair, maybe a week. A week of one person can just pull in these assets using these game engines. Like literally they have pre-made elements already when it comes down to these game engines. Like this is just dragging and dropping. They have done nothing that complicated. They have done nothing that complicated or difficult at all, which this leads me to wonder, what the hell have you all been doing? Like what's going on? And why can't you speak on what's going on? Why can't you just say if the vision is the same or if the vision is not? It's like, I don't know.
And allowing the Star Wars IP to really commingle with that in a great way. So no, they've been amazing in every facet.
So no, it hasn't been restrictive. They haven't been restrictive or they haven't been overprotective. They've allowed the Star Wars IP to integrate into what they have going on, which if you don't know what they have going on, I'll actually show it to you here. But this is the problem. This is the problem that I have with VeVe. Other companies are willing to be transparent and VeVe is just not. And it looks bad. It's a very, very bad look. So let's check it out. Great animation. I like it. Great animation. That's cool. Play on the block. You can open a pack and instantly take it straight into walking around. You can move around. This is crazy. You can jump. Now, granted, like, ain't nobody saying it's GTA or anything like that. It doesn't have to. It's something though. This is inspirational. This is motivating. This is how you build a community, because this is something to work with. This is inspiring. You can say, yo, you can, like, already you can do this. You can buy something. You can keep it in your pack. When you get a drop, you can keep it in a pack. You don't have to open it. But then when you do open it, you can instantly take it into a world, into a metaverse. Now, like I said, it's not like this is impressive or anything like that. Like, it's just the greatest metaverse in the world. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and say that, but the fact that they've actually been accomplishing things, and the fact that you can even do this is a positive sign. This is a positive sign to me. So yeah, and look at this. Here's another clip.
Is everything in-house tech devs or also outsourced?
It's all in-house.
You got a big team.
Yeah, that's one thing I wanna say. Even though it sounds like a really big team, it breaks down, and I don't want to bore you with whole breakdown, right?
Now, we all know I'm Cavell at this point, right? I will also tell you that Quid does not have a big team. Quid doesn't have a big team either. They let a lot of people go, and they got the right people in place. And this is why things have actually been getting done in terms of marketing, and actually in terms of their assets becoming better. Now, you can still argue that their assets is not as good as VeVe, and that's perfectly fine. But I can argue that VeVe's assets hasn't been the same since Trevor left. Like, and VeVe's quality compared to what, like, VeVe quality started okay, then it got superb when Trevor got there, and then it went back to average, but better than anything else that's out there. It's like VeVe has been just living off of hype, and hype is not a bad thing, but hype that continues to lead nowhere. And these companies coming out accomplishing so much with these small teams. And look at Trevor's new team. Look at Trevor's new team. Look at their metaverse. Look at Todd McFarlane. Like, look at their metaverse. Like, look at what they have going on. Well, their showroom, not really a metaverse. Look at their showroom. Like, look at what they have going on, and look at what they're accomplishing. All these small teams are coming up and accomplishing some great things. And all VeVe can do is get IP. Those are two guys, Alfred Kahn and David Yu. Getting IP, cool. What else is being accomplished? As a community, you all can sit here and say and pretend like, oh, we're team VeVe, like no matter what VeVe does is okay. But if you truly care about this project, no matter what they do, it should not be okay. You should demand answers. You should ask questions, and you shouldn't just shut up and take it. This is the fakest community ever. Like, seeing how quickly you all would turn on me when I've given my all and my passion to this project. And don't get it twisted. I don't care how many people turn on me. People were against me when I was saying $10 OMI, and I was that bullish about the project. I didn't care then. I don't go based on y'all. I go based on me. I believe that $10 OMI was possible and is possible. It could be possible. But are the same promises that were made going to be what happens? Are people on VeVe going to be spending the OMI token without knowing what crypto is? Like, certain things, if that's not the case, like, is that still the goal? Because, like I said, it's unclear. It's unclear if the vision is still the vision. And no one seems to actually care. And if you bring things up like that and you ask questions, then you're against VeVe. You're anti the cult. And I'm definitely anti the cult. I'm not going to sit here and just blindly follow anything. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend to be excited and positive every time VeVe drops some new IP. I expect VeVe to have every IP. But the problem is now other companies are bringing out the same IP, and they seem to have interoperability already with the IP. So that begs the question, what's taking so long, VeVe? Why are they getting the yes and the go ahead and you haven't? And they're even getting some first appearances. It's like, we want to sit here and have how many different first appearances of Spider-Man on VeVe, but then I even saw people arguing and combating the first ability or the first appearance of Anakin Skywalker. So let me get this straight, because VeVe has Darth Vader, Anakin Skywalker is the same thing. So it's not a first appearance being released, Anakin being released on Cryptoids. That's not a first appearance, but we can have 6 versions of Spider-Man that's all first appearances, right? Why? Because they're different versions. It's like, this community is crazy. It's like, be consistent. I've been consistent from day one. People try to spin it in stupid ways that make no sense. But the thing is, if you can't see how inconsistent this community is, it's like you're part of the problem. Y'all can sit here, you're gonna sit here and cult this community and this project into the ground. You're gonna cult this thing into the ground. It's one thing to believe in the project, have conviction, and want to be here. This is why you have people like me, you have people like Kay, you have people like Pax, you have people who still stay around this community, even though we have questions, even though we want to see things, even like you have those of us who really believe in this project and understand what it could be and want it to live up to its potential. And then you have people who just put in too much money and they're just sitting here hoping so they can only stomach hearing positive things. You may only be able to stomach hearing positive things, but shit ain't looking positive right now, which means you have to make the decision to actually play a part and help and try to move things forward, helping demand answers. Like you sitting there, sitting on your ass saying, oh, I'm gonna just give them 10 years. I'm willing to give a team 10 years when they're constantly being transparent, when they're constantly delivering new things, when they're showing they're competent. At the point where a company keeps showing that they're incompetent, you don't get 10 of my years. I would be an idiot to give you 10 years if you continue to show me that you're incompetent. You can't even handle 2 years. You can't handle 2 years. Every promise you made in the last 2 years has been broken. Why would I give you 10 years to keep lying? That's completely stupid. And then I'm the crazy one, I'm the quid one, because I just say something that's common sense. If somebody said, if you was with your significant other and they was cheating on you and they promised not to cheat on you, but continued to cheat on you for the last 2 years, you gonna stay with them for 10 years to see if they stop cheating at year 3? it's like, what are you doing? Like people don't got self-respect for themselves. It's weird. It is just so weird. This community is becoming so weird, man. But it is what it is. If I'm gonna be public enemy number 1 for me being the voice of reason, like I've had some of the craziest predictions in the history of this project. And at the point where I'm the voice of reason, it's like, I'm scared. I am really scared because I'm the big dreamer. I wanna be out here imagining VeVe being the biggest metaverse in the world, Fortnite coming on board, Call of Duty coming on board. But it's like, that's not even a realistic vision at this point in time. Is that even the goal? It's like, what is the goal? And no one wants answers. It's like, it's scary when I am there needs to be a balance restored to this community, bro. There needs to be a balance restored to this community because this ain't it. This ain't it. I'm perfectly comfortable being against everyone. Everyone knows this about me. I'm perfectly comfortable where I am, but I don't want to be here, if that makes sense. I don't want to be I want to be the one throwing out the potential of what could come, not the one pointing out the reality of what is, and the only one pointing out the reality of what is. I don't want to be the only one. Like, y'all can keep making me the bad guy, or you can ask them simple questions and watch them keep ducking it. Watch how they respond to these simple questions and watch how they never even get asked. And listen to who keeps coming in these spaces with them, whose live streams that they're on. Watch who's asking the questions and what questions are not being asked. Why y'all only ask questions that they can wrap up in a nice little bow and present to the community as, oh, look, we're still doing great things? Ask tough questions. And people always say, oh, why don't you hit them up? Why don't you reach out to them? Why don't the community? I'm one guy. Why don't the community? You wanna know why they don't feel the need to answer my questions? You think they don't see me? Come on now. The reason that they don't feel the need to answer my questions is because it's easier to send a flood of influencers that you're paying after me and try to discredit me. It's easier to try to do that. People ain't stupid though. You can sit here, I don't mind sitting here. You send your flood of influencers at me and discredit me. Go ahead and keep trying it. Because the more stuff that I speak on that continues to come true, you're just gonna end up discrediting yourself. And I'm gonna be able to say, told you so once again. So keep trying it. This is why the strategy won't work. And this is the problem that I have with VeVe. You're making bad decisions. You constantly make bad decisions. Like, I played the long game. I came into this project saying I would be here for 10 years. So you can sit here and try to discredit me in year 2. Cool. By year 3, if you're still not doing shit, you out here dick in hand, discrediting me ain't gonna keep working. It's not gonna keep working. How long do you think that these moon boys are gonna keep being able to come after me and everybody's gonna, oh, go after Vail, he's with Quid? Like, how long do you think these people are gonna keep being fucking blinded? Come on now. This community ain't stupid. This is why I'm here in the first place. But anyway, I digress. Let me know what y'all think. Be sure to drop that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on notifications and actually care about this project. And I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace out, fam.